boys sleep in an outhouse. No Spirit Airlines in the middle of the day. They were eating. They were eating from the corner bakery. Damn.
Not fooling with you. I'm not fooling with you today. You would bring me up here right now. On
Hi,
this
D.
particular topic. Hi, good to see you.
How you doing? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a while. You
Y'all see
doing
D,
well?
the beautiful D Love Sports. Make sure y'all check D Love Sports out on all of
Hi.
our platforms. D Love Sports, YouTube. She does the coffee in the morning. I was in there this morning. She didn't even notice I was in there. I can't be
I was
hanging
in there very
out.
briefly this morning. In between.
Yeah, you were on the way out and I was on the way in. I don't even
Yeah.
think you was looking at your phone. You was just talking
Mm-mm.
and running.
Yep.
That's how that works. But D Love Sports, y'all can check out on all these platforms. She covered the Defenders. She covers Maryland football. She covers it all, and she knows her sports. So if you want to
Washington
know
Wizards as well.
the Washington Wizards, she covers. She covers somebody for me, but I ain't gonna call their name.
I'm gonna leave them alone.
Lord, how you doing, D? How's it been going?
It's been going. It's been going. We're about to embark on
Let
the
me take them
NFL
off the screen.
draft.
Let the people see this
Thank
beautiful
you. I
thing.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're about to embark on the NFL draft, so I'm excited about that. That's one of my favorite events to cover, so that'll be cool. Even though it's in Pittsburgh, it should be fun. What? No
What,
shade to
what?
Pittsburgh. I'm saying that because I think drafts on the East Coast are interesting because they start later, right? And when everything's over, most of the cities on the East Coast they close at like 2 o'clock. Outside of the South Florida and stuff like that. So once the draft is over and done with, it's not really places to really celebrate, right? Like you want to have a dinner after your person has made it and celebrate, but that's why East Coast drafts are a little weird to me in a
Oh
city that
yeah.
don't stay open late.
So speaking of the draft, right? You got this NFL quarterback carousel. What's your opinion on that? I mean, Kyler Murray, he gets cut. You're gonna have Tua, he's gonna get cut. You got this big ass carousel. People's, you don't have that many quarterbacks coming out in the draft. I mean, what's
Mhm.
your opinion of all this?
I think it's interesting. Because I think Sam Darnold made it interesting, but Sam Darnold was also successful at his last team. They just didn't do well postseason because normally teams that win the Super Bowl already have their quarterback in house. They have something like established, right? There's not this brand new system, brand new quarterback thing happening when you think about the teams that have won the Super Bowls, and then you look at what the Seattle Seahawks were able to do with a lot of players we didn't even know. They were able to accomplish so much. So with this carousel, I think that has left optimism for me, because some quarterbacks can flourish better in certain systems. I think it's time for Kyler Murray change. I think it's time for Tua to change environment for them. So I think it's good. I don't agree with some of the narratives that are being pushed about Kyler Murray. I don't know if they're being paid or they just want the clicks, but I'm excited for him to find a new home for sure.
Yeah, I think what made me not a Kyler Murray fan. I forget what game it was where it was another when he was a rookie. It was
Mhm.
another brother quarterback after the game went to shake his hand. He took off in the locker room. That kind of
Mm.
rubbed me the wrong way because I think that all quarterbacks, especially the brothers, need to have a bond because they should understand what it took to become a quarterback in this league and how bonded you should be whether you win the game or not. But that's an interesting thing. So you got another question I want to ask you. You got March Madness getting ready to happen, right? Here's
Yeah.
something that's been floating around. They get ready to make trillions of dollars off of this game. Do you think these players should be getting a bonus if they're
You
getting
said
NIL money, or just a part of
you
the
said get a vote?
get a bonus?
Oh, a bonus. I was like, get a vote for what? Um, Yeah, in a way, I'm cool. I am cool with the idea of getting a bonus, but what that entails, I don't know. Meaning, just like getting a check for like as they go through the tournament if
Deeper
they
and
continue
deeper
to
into the
win through the
tournament, similar
tournament.
to the NFL. You get into
Yeah,
the playoffs.
I'm cool with some type of stipend, whatever that is. For the guys that are everybody's not getting NIL money. I know there's this thing that because you're on a college team that you're getting, you know, a check. Everybody's not getting the check because everybody isn't um doesn't check all the boxes. So and
Yeah,
people are getting scholarship. That counts as a check too. I don't think people
yeah,
realize that, the tuition ain't free. Um so, with that being said, everybody's not getting the amount of money that they think. Some players may be getting very, very little. So, if it was something that was equal across the board, I'm okay with, because there are stars on the team getting paid a lot more than some other players.
yeah. And it's crazy, right? Because when you think about the reason why I asked that, when you think about the NCAA, right?
Hmm.
You think about it from I think about it from the standpoint of the Gonzagas of the world.
Hmm.
You know, those Cinderella teams who are in the tournament playing against these high paid Louisvilles and Alabamas and Dukes and all of them who getting big checks. And these
Hmm.
guys over here, they're the Cinderella, they're the rec team made up, but then they out there
Hmm.
playing fundamentally sound basketball and they're beating people and they're just moving up the rankings. And
Yep.
those guys are not getting rewarded nor getting nowhere the amount of money that these other players are getting. But they are the ones who people are really tuning into because when it's a Cinderella, you want to look at Cinderella.
Yeah, when the bracket is busted, you want to see you want to see the
Exactly.
team that has busted up your bracket. Correct. I
Exactly.
agree.
So now speaking of basketball, this
Mhm.
this gonna be a great topic for you. I just
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna just look at your face when I say this.
Mhm.
Magic City Night at the
Hmm.
Atlanta Hawks. How do
Okay.
you feel about Magic City Night at the Atlanta Hawks?
I like it. I was actually saying this, and I never made it real about it. I like it because NBA needs a scandal. NBA needs something. They are missing a lot. They are not getting the attention. They ain't getting so they need the scandal. If it's not a scandal, but they need all the attention they can get. So I was saying scandal because I was being messy. I was like, you know what? We need an NBA scandal. Adam Silver, we need to doctor something up. And I was thinking like not this betting stuff. Like, forget the FanDuel, DraftKings. I'm talking. Let's go back to like don't get mad at me, LeBron. Like Gloria James and who was the guy on the team? She was Delonte West type drama. Like, we need a scandal in the NBA.
Well,
We
I
need
guess
a
you got
stand.
one
We need
because
to bring it back. We need Aisha Curry and Megan Thee Stallion and Steph and Clay to be caught up in a little tussle together, the good kind of tussle. You know what I mean? We need a scandal in the
this,
NBA.
I guess it's a small scandal because I was when I and I thought about this when I went to your sports and coffee this morning. One of the guys were talking about it, talking about the other player who went out and did this whole letter on why they shouldn't have this and all the NBA players should stand. I forget what the guy named. I want to credit
Yeah, I
him
saw him. I mean,
in,
I
in,
saw the
in
clip,
your
but I didn't. I forget what his name is, but
in your
no.
space. I mean, he made a lot of sense because it
Mhm.
was like, why you I mean his thing was, why you ain't talking about all these other situations that has happened in the NBA and why you ain't talking about all these different things that are going on, how these women are being disenfranchised and not getting paid the same amount of money, but you want to pick this thing right here as if they're getting ready to have the Magic City dancers turn into the Hawk dancers.
Look, we're talking about it though. That's the people, it's getting the people going. The suspense is up. Like, is this wrong or is it right? Do we want to see it? Do we not want to see it? We're talking about it nevertheless, right? We tuned in. They gonna tuned in.
So what
I don't really know what
strip
it is,
club?
but
What strip club can the Wizards partner with
that's a
in
good
DC?
question. Cause I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. Cause it
What
was
strip clubs in DC?
what was the one that they used to have?
I
Stadium.
remember.
Stadium was the one.
Stadium. I
Stadium
remember
was the one they
Stadium. I went
used
to
to have.
Stadium a couple times.
That was the one out in DC. I honestly don't know the ones in DC no more. I don't know. There's one, I forget which street that is called, but I forgot what it's called. I couldn't tell you.
Let's go down the list of NBA teams that. Okay, Miami.
Miami.
Would it be Tootsie's or Booby Trap? Which one?
You know I haven't been to Booby Trap yet, so I gotta go with Tootsie's.
I'm going with Booby Trap.
I haven't been to Booby Trap yet, so I gotta scratch that
off.
All
NBA players go to Booby Trap. I think if the Heat had Booby Trap night at the stadium, put all the Booby Trap girls on the front row, it'll be a guaranteed win. It'll be a guaranteed win because every one of them, the players from the visiting team, they'll be so focused on the Booby Trap girls that they had slept with the night before when they came in early, because most of them tell the coach, hey man, I need to go can you get to Miami a day early? Can we leave that same night? Because they know you can go to Booby Trap on the river. That thing just start jumping at 5 a.m. So them boys is hopping off the plane going to
So Houston has to be a crazy place too.
No. Who would they partner with in LA? Help me out in the chat. In LA, what strip club with the Lakers or the Clippers partner up with? Come on now. Y'all in the chat, y'all gotta help me out now.
I don't know LA. I know Houston gonna have it. Houston gonna have it on lock. The Knicks could go with Starlets, or Brooklyn could go with Starlets in New York.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Come on, get your
am I telling y'all too much?
Get your strip club dictionary out. Game plan. Who else? Who else we got? Utah.
Dallas got one too. I can't remember the name. Dallas got one.
Is DG still open? Is DG's in Dallas still open?
I think DG's is still
open.
But
they do have what is it? Man, they got one in Memphis the same. They got what the name of the strip club in Dallas? Come on, people from Dallas, y'all help me out. It's an after-hour joint. Charlotte. Which strip club will you go to? Will the Charlotte Hornets partner with? Y'all horrible in the chat. Y'all are absolutely horrible in the chat. Y'all don't even know.
No, they still at work. That's why.
What about San Francisco?
I don't know nothing about that. I'm sure Oakland got some. I'm sure Oakland got.
Oakland gotta have room.
Chicago. I know Chicago got one. I know they do. What's the name?
Shot got a couple of them. I think they should just have a whole strip club weekend where they just partner with all of the, because that's what the guys going. I mean, let's keep it real.
The NBA needs this. I'm sorry. Yeah. This is good.
The scandal you're looking for. The entire
it's not really a scandal, but it's not the type of scandal I was searching for, kind of conjure up, but it'll work for now.
Now, I know you're passionate about women's sports. When you heard about this, the hockey team, United States hockey team, and Donald Trump and what he had to say, and I know you don't get on governmental topics, but just the mere fact of how that played out with the men hockey team and the women not going to the White House because they felt like, they got tried. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, I feel like go where you feel like you wanted and accept it. Like I would say that for any place, like any person. Like I wouldn't want to be in a space where I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel wanted, I didn't feel accepted. If it felt like a chore, and I would stand with that decision to not go if you don't feel like that's a good place for you to be.
Exactly.
Period. Like that's anything. It could, if it could be your everyday job or
yeah. I mean it is very toxic. So going back to what you came in on that I was ranting about, how do you feel about this crew right here and this whole situation? Because I've been saying it for the longest that they're now trying to create policy they're trying to create policy. They're trying to push a narrative that these players there need to be law put in place to regulate them from receiving NIL. Everybody has their own opinion, and so
Mhm.
now Mr. Trump, our president, has convened this group of people. And somebody say Charlie Ward is on there too. Uh, this guy here, he was invited. This group
Mhm.
right here are a group, and even if Charlie Ward is on there also, that still don't make it a group that's going to be there to defend the players. I mean, we
Mhm.
look at Condoleezza Rice. Condoleezza Rice was in the Bush cabinet, card carrying Republican.
She has something. She like a part owner of the Broncos or something? Doesn't she own a part owner of a football team?
Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. But the
That's
mere
some stake
fact
in a
that
football team.
it's like they went and found some black faces to put on here who are
Mhm.
not, who are basically Oreos. They're black on the outside, but they're white on the inside. And they don't,
Mhm.
and they're part of the 1% that does not care anything about um, these kids on this group. Tiger Woods, same way. Tiger Woods is him and Trump is buddies. I ain't got no problem with that. But
Are
Tiger
they?
Woods has,
They really are they? I don't
yeah.
yeah, I don't keep up with Tiger like that, but I
No,
didn't know that.
Tiger Woods and Donald Trump is best buddies.
I had no
He
idea.
gave
Mm.
Donald Trump gave Tiger Woods the Medal of Honor or some shit like that. No,
Mm.
they play golf all the time. They're best friends.
I had
I
no
mean,
idea.
they're best friends. You know what I'm saying? And so they have this group of people on here, and Nick Saban, all these people, Nick Saban and the other college coach in the conference, in the conference, NCAA president,
Mhm.
NCAA president, Nick Saban, Condoleezza Rice, Tiger Woods, all these people on here, the black faces are Oreos. They're not for the black people. All these people are the elite of the elites. And all of these people jointly feel like these kids should not be making the money that they're making. So now it's been rolled all the way up there because Nick Saban has been talking to Ted Cruz and everybody else in Congress and everybody in the Senate to then create a bill to do what? To regulate these kids, but the kids don't have nobody representing them. I mean, the NFL, like the NFL,
Mhm.
there's a players union, and
Mhm.
there's the owners, there's ownership, and the players union no different than NBA and no different than in the NFL. They have representation,
Mhm.
but in college football, they have no representation, and nobody on this list will be there to defend these kids right here. And people always keep asking me, "Oh, why are you going to Congress?" Yeah, to prevent stuff like this here. These people right here, and nobody on this list will be there to defend these kids or speak up for the players in that room, whether they're white, black, purple, whatever it is. That not that list there. What's your opinion of that?
Look, I know Nick Saban's take on NIL. I'm more familiar. I don't know these other people's takes on it in college sports and what people play. So I don't know. I really don't know. This doesn't make sense to me. So therefore, like, it's some type of show. Like it's a show. It doesn't make sense. So
Well, what it
I
is
really I really cannot put into words what what's gonna come out of this. I know Nick Saban's point of view. I don't know Adam Silver's point of view when it comes to people getting paid. Condoleezza Rice, outside of her being a part of a football team, ownership wise, I don't know what she has to give. And Tiger Woods being a part of golf, I don't follow college golf, so I don't understand. I don't understand. Like the dots aren't connected to me.
well. Let me put it in perspective. So Nick Saban has been running around.
Yeah.
His main reason for not coaching college football is because he said, hey, look, I don't want to coach no professional football. Bottom line, I ain't trying to coach professional football.
Yeah, and his point of view is the one that I'm very, very clear on. Like he stepped away because he doesn't want to do all this foolishness and pretty. He wants the kids at his mercy. He don't want to be at the mercy of these kids, if that makes sense.
Correct.
So I
And
I
so,
understand him, but sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, but I understand him. It's just it's the rest of it. Like, does everybody feel the same way that I just don't know their opinions on it of this group?
Everybody in that group. So you have the conference president. You probably can't see him more because this thing up here is in the front of you. You got the conference president. You got Condoleezza Rice. So
Hmm.
Condoleezza Rice is the lady in the room. Like you remember the black lady in the room in Django?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
the two
she
black
was. Yeah, I remember her, and on the political side, but I think it's a.
Condoleezza Rice is a card carrying Republican.
Mhm.
In my opinion, totally out of touch of the black community. She's just a black face with a black elitist that does not reflect our community. Uh, then you got Tiger Woods, same way. Tiger Woods, great golfer, revolutionized the game, but when his dad Earl died, in my opinion, all of his blackness left him because Earl was really on that. Earl was his dad was a person to teach him about black history and the history of of um of us in this country and the history of golf.
Okay.
Tiger Woods, Earl and him, they faced all kind of racial discrimination when he went to golf courses, well documented in all his books. And his dad always told him, "Hey, pay homage to the ones before you." And when he won the damn Masters the first time, he realized that even though he won the Masters, it's still people that didn't like him because you had some of the former golfers, some of the current golfers tell him, "Oh, so what you gonna do? Have watermelon and fried chicken to the Masters dinner next year?" So he faced that on every level, and I just think I would say it to the end of the day that when Earl died, the blackness left from him. That's when he ended up with with
Crazy.
with with with, with all the funny
So
looking
Condoleezza
people.
Rice is supposed to be representing the NFL, I'm assuming, since she's a minority owner. I just looked it up. She's a minority owner of
And
the
this
Denver
group right
Broncos.
here, what would
Yeah,
the
so she's
NFL got to
supposed.
do with? Why would
I
the
don't know. I'm assuming she's representing football because you got the NBA commissioner. I know Adam Silver, that's basketball. Condoleezza Rice is football because she's a minority owner. She's part of that Walton group for the Denver Broncos. Tigers representing golf, and Saban is a former coach of college football. That's
correct?
all I got. So some way somehow they're going to be invited to talk about college sports.
They're going to talk about the NIL. That's
Okay.
what they're going to try and figure out a way with none of us at the table of how to regulate college football. Nick wants back into the game, but Nick is not going back into the game under these circumstances.
Until there can be
Nick,
some control. He need that control.
he
He need to
wants
be
that
able to
control.
inflict fear.
He wants that control. And I think this right here is I think this may be a piece on Nick and how he feels about
Mhm.
NIL. Let me see if I can run this.
From this world where the NIL has changed and players are. What's your reaction to this? A quarterback leaving an undefeated team?
Well, first of all, we don't have a manageable system in college football. I'm not opposed at all to players making money. In fact, I think they deserve that. But
100%.
the way we're giving them money now, name, image, and likeness is really not name, image, and likeness. That's supposed to be for a marketing opportunity, which I think is a good thing. But we've turned it into pay for play because we have donor-raised funds to be able to pay people. So that system does not create value long-term for players. You're supposed to go to college to create value for your future. Now we have guys making decisions about how much money they're going to make, which I'm not sure that's what we want the college experience to be. So I think there can be a revenue share type of program in the future that would enhance the players' quality of life while they're going to school. They would be able to make money, and they would still have name, image, and likeness opportunities that were legitimate marketing opportunities. And I think that this is a situation where you're going to see more consequences like this in the future. Guys get in the portal, they don't get an opportunity, they lose their scholarship, and then guys don't get what they're promised. And the players don't really have any protection from agents that they should have in terms of their representation. They should be represented in a very positive way, and there's no system for that in college athletics right now.
And so that's Nick Saban's take on that. How you feel about that?
I agree and don't and disagree at the same time. I want players to get paid, but as someone that understands, like, the coach's job has changed, right? You have to worry about so much now. Like, I feel for the coaches, because you got to worry about making sure you have enough money. So you got to argue with your ADs to be like, we need money. We need money. We need money. We need money. And you want us to win? Well, we need money. We can't win without the money. So there is so much that comes with these kids are only staying sometimes because of the check, because somebody somewhere else is going to be offering me more, coach. So what you got? And if the AD doesn't feel the value, and the AD ain't no head coach. The AD doesn't care about your backstory, your grandma, your auntie. They don't care about none of that. Like, they're going to see, like, are you worth it? Should I be opening my wallet to this kid? And if he tells the coach no, the coach is gone. So if he tells the coach no, the player's gone, and they're in the portal, and they're going to the next school that's gonna cut the check. So I feel like it just puts so much drama into the off season, right? Where you were just wondering a few years back if your scholarship was going to continue. Were you going to even be able to have the money to continue to go to school? Let alone what's my check gonna be when I play? Now your expectations have changed. Like, we're paying you. There ain't no recovery or rehab. We ain't taking it easy on you. You ain't coming out here developing. You got to be ready to go because we're paying you to be ready to go. I
Right.
think it's a lot. And I get that part, but I also get the part where everybody's not gonna make it to the league. So, let me get what I can right now, because I might not make it. So I get both sides of it. And I feel horrible for some coaches, because you got to spend that time doing something that you could have been spending, recruiting, or you
Isn't
could have
that
spent that time doing something else. You got to sit there with his representative. I don't want to say his agent, his representative, and y'all got to come back and forth we're talking numbers with kids and people that aren't licensed to do anything. So
isn't that why they inserted the general manager in the equation now? Every one of these college teams got a general manager, and most of
Yeah.
these people came from the NFL, or they're the ones who are normally dealing with the agents and dealing with how much to pay the players, and that kind of takes it kind of takes a lot of that part of the load off of the coach. Um, and in some situations, the general manager is hiring and firing also. Hiring and firing coaches also on the staff, but everything still goes through the head coach. It still got to go to the
You
head
still
coach.
gotta go through the head coach. He's the good guy and the bad guy, when it comes to these types of deals. And I'm saying he, because I'm referencing football, so no offense to the women. Um, the unfortunate part, like you say, is education. Like, this has all kind of been brought to college football, and these coaches aren't educated enough, and it's not necessarily their fault, right? Of what to say and what not to say. And I actually learned this at the Coach Loxley's conference, the National Coalition for Minority Football Coaches Conference that he had at last month in February in DC. Like, there are things that coaches should absolutely not be having conversations with these kids about. And there should be someone stepping in on behalf of the team having these conversations with these kids when it's in reference to money. And
Right.
that's how they
Speaking
get themselves in some situations.
of my last thing, speaking
Mhm.
of minority coaches, you've seen head coach former head coach Michigan State, pretty much has been freed of all wrongdoing. Michigan
Oh,
State
yeah.
got to pay
I
him.
didn't even. Oh, you said Michigan State.
Michigan State is going to have to
Okay,
pay
my
him.
bad. All right. I was like, oh, Michigan? No,
because-
Michigan State. My bad.
Michigan State. Same thing with the young man at Michigan. You look at the trial, and in this trial,
You know nobody's
lot of
talking about the
things-
trial. Who's talking about
Huh?
the trial? Who's talking about the trial? Nobody.
Nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about the trial. What
All of a sudden, well, they talk about it on TikTok, where I
Yeah,
get a lot of my news from. All of a sudden, it's looking like the brother from Michigan was illegally terminated, and everything that was said about him was all wrong, and the text messages were not allegedly not text messages. It was about sports and it was about the job, and the judge is sitting there saying, "This is about the job." He says, "Oh, what's the text?" And then the law enforcement went and lied to the judge who issued the warrant. I mean, what the fuck? Is it really? I don't know. And I don't know. We know how these local municipalities, even right now today, you want your player to get another year, NCAA say no, you file in the city where the school resides in, that judge is going to grant you the right to play. So then now, if I want to get rid of my head coach, I go and call up the police chief. I'm the school president. Yeah, I need to get rid of his ass. Okay, all right. You're going to call the judge, and the judge is going to give you an order to then arrest this man here. Come on now.
Look,
See, people don't think from that standpoint. A lot of this shit is happening like that. You know what I'm saying? In these local municipalities where these guys are getting unjustly fired, and it wasn't really about him sleeping with the assistant. It was more about the school wanting him out.
And I want to just say, I was one of the people, and I haven't confirmed any of the things you're saying, and I'm saying because they're not talking about it, right? Because they're not talking about it on mainstream media, and that's why I was like, who's talking about it? But I want to say I was one of those people that refused to talk about it, and I said I'm not talking about it because I know that this is not a case, like this isn't what it seems. I know it's not what it seems. And it's too chaotic, it's too dramatic, it's too much drama, that I said I'm not going to talk about it, because whatever your initial reaction is, you're going to have to walk it back.
Yep.
You're going to have to be like, oh, wait a minute. So I said, you know what? I'm not talking about it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Once it started getting real crazy, real TV, I was like, oh, you ain't hearing nothing from me about this. Because
I'm gonna talk more about this on Friday, but this case, both of those cases are bananas. Now, Coach, you ain't had no business trying to holler at the woman who was coming to school talking to the kids about being a victim. You ain't had no, but you could have flew anybody in at Michigan State. You could have you wrong for that. Streets say you wrong for that, but then you're not wrong if the lady try to trap you. Who you think gonna trap you? So that's all a mess. But more sitting up in there like this, like, let me have my day in court. Let me have my day. The truth shall do what? Set you free. And just like you say, everybody quick to go and firing people. Certain people get fired and certain people don't. Is we're gonna let it all play out in the court of law. Knowing that y'all down with this shit, knowing that you can get on the phone. The school president can get on the phone with the police chief and say, is there anything going on here? Is there anything really going on? I mean, look at all the evidence. I need you to get back with me, Paul. I need you and the prosecutor. And I need you to really look at this and tell me, is there any validity to this?
that man was fired before he was arrested.
you. Oh,
So-
but if I get on the phone, look here, we really gonna want this guy to be our coach. Can you just make sure you just go ahead and do what you gotta do? Well, it's nothing here.
We
It's
don't
nothing
want
here,
the
Paul.
backlash.
Hey,
We don't
Paul,
want the
it's
backlash.
nothing here. He didn't do anything wrong. They were just really having consensual conversation. But no, just go ahead and get him. If you get him, I can fire him, and then we'll just pay him on the back end, and hopefully we'll get the right judge, and the right judge then put him, do something with him. But we just need him out of here, and this is the only way we can do that, because we don't want to have to be firing our African American coach. Come on, man. I know how this shit go. Thank you, D-Love Sports. I love you. When you coming back down to Miami, and what you getting ready to do next? Where you going? You got what you got going on? Are you?
Well, next actually tonight we're doing a live with Coach Shannon Harris of the DC Defenders. So if y'all are online in about an hour and a half, we'll go live. We're doing a Q&A with him tonight. Catch up with him, and then what's coming up next?
What platform is it going to be on YouTube or where?
It's going to be on D-Love Sports YouTube. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on Twitter. But come on YouTube. It's easier to ask questions there. So come on YouTube and come chat it up with us. Come meet Coach Shannon Harris. We do a Q&A section in the live, so you'll be able to ask some questions. And then what's coming up next? Then we have the National Alliance for African American Athletes, that nonprofit that I work with. We do our annual sneaker gala. That's going to be March 14th. Lou Young is actually going to be hosting that, the comedian. So if you're in the DC area, March 14th, come on through, get you a ticket at the table, come party with us. Get dressed up and wear your sneakers. So I love that. And the draft is the end of April, and the DC Defender season starts March 20. They don't come home until April 11th, but the UFL season starts till March 27th. So I'll be busy. I'll be busy. And Trae Young makes his debut with the Wizards tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going yet, but the Wizards get a boost.
I'm still trying to figure out how they let him out of Atlanta. Oh my God,
they ain't want him.
Why he didn't come to Miami? They make it
room for Anthony Edwards.
I think that dude he's a beast. I love him. I think he's a hell of a player. But hey, make sure y'all check out my girl D-Love on all of her platforms. She's on Twitter, she's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, she's on TikTok. I love her snipes on TikTok. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. And y'all make sure y'all check out on YouTube and all the other places. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too. Thank y'all.
Again, that's D-Love Sports, people. Make sure y'all check her out. And that's the end of my show. I got to go see the little man. He's out there playing baseball. He's doing real good. Just so you all know. He's playing really, really, really good. And man, let me say this, man. I'm so proud of my son. I'm hard dads. I got to sometimes bring it back. And I want all you dads to understand that I know where y'all be at. I have to bring it back. He's getting he went through the adversity. He had his elbow, he had a little UCL tear, and his doctor and his trainer got him back right, and he didn't get into the fall ball of the season. He came in the last couple of games, so he didn't win the starting position. And I just wanted to see how he reacted to all that, and he reacted well. He just went out, worked hard, and waited his turn. So he got his opportunity last week. They're about 6-7 games into the season. He got his opportunity last week, and went out there and got hit. Went out there the next game, got another hit. Got 2 hits in one game. Went out there the other night, laid down a nice little bunt, got another hit. Drove in some runs, stole home plate. I'm proud of him by the mere fact that he didn't get down on himself, because a lot of kids, I've been coaching football for over 20 years. A lot of kids get down on themselves. A lot of parents get all upset and they want to have all these conversations with the coach, where it's just a matter of being patient and trusting the process. Trust the process. And I tell this to everybody, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, or just life, trust the process and just keep grinding. Don't get down on yourself. Don't get emotional. Parents, don't get all irate where you got to call the coach up. Just trust the process and let it all work out. I told my son a little story about Shador Sanders, another one of my nephews. I said, Shador, Coach Prime, Shador, he was throwing the ball to people with a garbage can. They didn't give him opportunity. The coach had no intentions of giving him opportunity. And that's not the situation right now with my son. It's just when, coach gave him opportunity. That was different. And I told him that was catastrophic. That was a coach that did not, in my opinion, did not like Shador under no circumstances, nothing about him. And he was forced to play him because the circumstances presented itself. Shador trust the process. He never let anybody trick him up into no questions to come off as a hater or as a disgruntled player. His dad never said nothing. He never said nothing. He just went out and worked his ass off. And when he got the opportunity, he prevailed. And he showed that he's that guy. And I told my son the same thing. Hey, look at Shador's story. It's no different than your story. But the difference is your coach loved you, but you were injured. So in one of those situations where your coach don't like you, that situation, the part where you take is the fact that you got to work your way up. And every level, you're going to have to prove yourself. And you're going to have to prove yourself on a consistent basis. Every day we got to prove ourselves. Every day as a man, we got to prove ourselves to our wife. Our wife had to prove herself to us. You got to prove yourself in the workplace that you are valuable and you are not just somebody who just want to be collecting a check. And that's how I run all my companies. My companies are, I want to be happy to pay you. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, eventually you get. But at the same time, we always have to prove our value. And that's my story of the day. Life is life is tough. No matter what's going on around the world, you got all these wars and things like that and everything like that. You think about, damn, if I was living in that situation in Beirut, Israel, or Iran, or if I took a vacation to Dubai and all of a sudden I got bombs dropping and I'm just trying to get back home and all these things like that, or I'm in a situation in some war-torn country and things like that. You all need to just be happy about the situation and where you're at right now in this world and just live for today. And don't worry about tomorrow. Just live for the day, live for the now. Enjoy yourself, enjoy this life, do the things that you want to do, be productive, tell people you love them, reach one and teach one at all given times. And that's why I want to end it at. And just remember, you see the QR code up there. We're going to launch the website this week. I'm going to be in on Friday. Thursday, I'm going to the Booby Trap for 305 Day. I already had that on my contract, just so you all know. That was already booked on my contract before I decided to run, so I'll be over there. But even that, hey, I'm not going to change who I am. It's just that simple. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to do everything responsible like I always do. But at the same time, people, I'll be over there on 305 Day, which is Thursday. And then at the same time, people, I'll have a campaign party out in West Palm Beach. We're having a kickoff party in West Palm Beach at my man Big Mike's place. So if you want to come by and holler at me up in Palm Beach, you can do so on Friday. I'll drop the flyer on all my social media platforms so you all can see where we're going to be at. We're going to be heavily in the district, CD20, doing some outreach, talking to people. Encourage you if you want me to come talk to your community, your homeowners association, or your school, or your alumni, or your coaches, or at your park, to talk to you about my platform for your community, and you just want me to come there and listen to some of the issues and some of the concerns that you may have in your community, just call me up, hit me in the DM. It'll be there. We're going to launch the website on Monday, so you all can be able to go into the website to be able to join the Luke team and be on this team, as well as get all the information that you need to get when it comes to this campaign. I'm happy to be running in this campaign. I'm carefully picking the interviews that I do. So, you'll see me on NBC6 on this Sunday. You'll see me on the Stephen A. Smith show. I'm going to do that next week. And I'm just carefully picking the individuals that I talk to about this campaign because I want people to understand that it's real and it's not some kind of show that I'm doing. I'm dead serious. My job is to make the quality of life in Congressional District 20 better, whether it's jobs, whether it's opportunities, whether it's opportunities for these young people to get to be able to come out of high school and get a job with a career, because I know everybody's not going to college, but there's fighting against these insurance predators who are taking advantage of homeowners, and whether it's fighting to build affordable housing in certain areas in the district, and as well as, some people are drinking toilet water and being able to get water plants redone. And so those are some of the things that I plan on doing if I'm elected, when I'm elected, because I just have so much of the faith in the people of this district. And if you're not in the district, or if you're in the district, you can always donate to the campaign. The QR code is right there. You can go on Facebook pages and in my social media pages, and you'll see the post where you could just scan the QR code. This is a $10 campaign. This ain't no multi-million-dollar campaign. That's what it is. We urge you to donate to the campaign. But with all that said, I'm going to get off here. I have 1,000 people calling me up at the same time. But I did bring something out. I remember this right here. See this? This is when Kamala Harris originally ran for president. And I was on the road with her. And she was giving out this, and I took this as a souvenir, and I still have it to this day. Because I was one of the people who supported her in the beginning when nobody else did. It was only when Joe Biden nominated her to be the vice president, all of a sudden everybody started coming in. But all those same people I was calling up to support her when she was running, they were faded to black. And I say this to say all that. I just love being on the forefront of a person like that at the beginning of it all, when they were the underdog and when they won. The difference is when you win campaigns, you still got to be able to pick up the phone. And so I pride myself on my campaign. And when Dr. Harris won, we did interviews and all these things here, and that was a great thing. But I know there are a lot of other candidates that you support along the way, whether they come to your church or they come to your community event, and all of a sudden they get in office and you never hear back from them, and you can't get them on the phone. You can't reach them until it's the next election. And I pride myself on not being that individual. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed myself going to watch the little man play. I think they play Florida Christian tonight. That's going to be a real big game for Pace Baseball. Pace Baseball, baby. I love them dudes. I love all them kids over there. Keep fighting. That's what we do. Hey, until the next time, like Walter Cronkite always say, may the good news be yours. Goodbye.
Well, make the booty go. 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 Pop, pop. Make the booty go. Pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.
Sit on the